Hello everybody, how are you? Hello everybody, how are you? It is time to start our day. It is time to work and play. Hello everybody, how are you? Hi everyone, welcome to our first Monday morning circle time in a new month, and this is the month of April. Here is the word, here is the word April right here. What letter does April start with? Let's look at the first letter, which is an uppercase because it's the beginning of a name. April starts with the letter A. Should we clap it and see how many syllables there are in April? You ready? April. It takes 2 claps because the word April is in 2 parts or 2 syllables. April. So this is our first Monday morning circle time during the month of April. In March, when we had circle time, when we first started the month, we said that there was a saying that March comes in like a lion, roars in like a lion, but goes out like a nice gentle lamb. April has another saying that will carry over to the next month. April showers bring May flowers. Well, today, in a little bit, we're going to look at what that means. We're going to make some April showers on our own, actually. But first, we should check out all the new things that are back here. There's a lot. Every time we start a new month, everything up here changes. So let's take a peek and see what we have. I noticed right away there's a new color up here. And I think this is a lot of your favorite color. What color do you think we're going to be talking about in the month of April? Can you see it? We're talking about the color purple. We got a whole purple rectangle right here, and we have a new shape, and it's purple. What is our shape this month? It is the shape of a diamond. Now, in April, when it is springtime, if you go outside, you might see some diamonds flying in the sky because this is a great time to go out and fly kites. On a nice windy day, you can get out there with a kite, and many, many kites, not all of them, come in the shape of a diamond. We're going to come back and look at a diamond in just a minute. This month we also have 2 new numbers. Last month we learned the numbers 15 and 16, so we're moving right along. After 16, after 6 comes 7, so after 16 comes 17. There's the word for 17, and that's what it looks like, a 1 and a 7 standing side by side. We're going to do more with that one in a few moments as well, but let's look at the other number that's up here. So we had 16, 17, just like 6, 7. What comes after 7? 6, 7, 8, 16, 17, 18. And there's the number 18 and the word 18. And we'll look more at that another time. Let's look at what day of the month of April it is. You ready? Days of the week. Days of the week. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 All right, we've said it many times already. Today is Monday. Can you say Monday? Say that with me. Monday. You know, let's clap that. We clapped April. Let's clap Monday. Monday. 2 parts, just like April. Monday. Okay, so today is Monday. That means yesterday was Sunday, and tomorrow will be Tuesday. Now look what number is sitting next to the Monday there. That is the number 5. Today is Monday, April 5th, and the year is 2021. So we are in the 5th day of April, and it is Monday. It is still the season of spring. And there's one more thing up there that we need to look at. What letter are we up to right now? We are to the second to last letter. We only have 1 letter left to do together next week. We are in the letter Y, and there's a picture of a yo-yo. Yo-yo starts with Y. Can any of you guys do a yo-yo? You know, where you put the string on your finger and the little thing goes up and down? I can't do one. If I could, I would have brought one to show you, but I don't know how to do a yo-yo. I would be impressed if you guys can, and I'd love to see videos if you guys can do it. But Y is for yo-yo, uppercase and lowercase. And there's a, I don't know, an orange or red one, and a green and a green. So those are all of our new things this week. Let's take a moment and talk about our shape before we practice writing our Y and writing our 17. Our shape is the shape of a diamond, and like we said, it is something that you might see in the sky. You might see some kites in that shape. I want to make one with you guys out of a pipe cleaner. I chose, what color do you think I chose? I chose purple. I have a purple pipe cleaner. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half, just like that, so the 2 ends meet. And I'm going to give them a little twist. If you have a pipe cleaner, it doesn't have to be purple. You can do this with me. I'm going to give it just a little twist to close it off at the top here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to shape it into a diamond. So let's see, a diamond has a point at the top, a point at the bottom, and 2 points off to the sides here. So I kind of have a point at the top. If I pinch it together, that would make a point. I have a point at the bottom, so now I have to make these 2 side points. So I'm going to separate it. Ooh, it's starting to look like that. And then I'm going to pinch a little and pinch a little, and now I have a diamond. Look at that. That wasn't too hard. You guys can make a diamond today too if you want to. How many sides does a diamond have? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many corners or points does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can think of 2 other shapes that we've talked about that have 4 corners and 4 sides. Do you remember what they were? There's the shape called a square, and it kind of looks like, oh, look at that. I can just transfer this into a square. It looks like that. What's unique about a square, what makes it special, is all 4 sides have the same measurement. They're the same length. They're all the same. So we have diamond, we have square. Do you remember what the other one was? 4 corners and 4 sides? Was a rectangle. So now a rectangle is just like taking a square, but making 2 of the sides longer and 2 of the sides shorter. So there is my rectangle. Still 4 corners, still 4 sides, all with the same pipe cleaner. So you guys can do that today. See what other shapes maybe you can make. And I have one more diamond to show you. I have my diamond magnifier that I made out of a piece of a box. I cut out the middle and I cut it into the shape of a diamond with 1, 2, 3, 4 corners, 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. And now I can go around my house, inside and outside, and I can look for different diamonds. I can even look up in the sky and see if I find any diamond kites. So you can do that today too. Make yourself a diamond magnifier, go around and see what you can find that is a diamond shape. What fits inside your diamond magnifier? Let's see, look at that. My diamond fits inside my diamond magnifier. So those are our diamonds. You want to go back and talk some more about the letter Y? We haven't learned how to use it in sign language yet, or how to make it in sign language. To do that, you need your pinky and your thumb, and you're just going to stick them straight out from each other. That's the letter Y in sign language. Looks just like that. Can you do that? Put your fingers down, your main fingers, and thumb and pinky stick out to the side, and you have the letter Y. Nicely done. Now let's do one more thing with our Y. Let's write it and look at a Y object. So we're going to pull our board over, and there it is, our letter Y, uppercase and lowercase. Now, a lot of our letters lately have been doing this where they kind of look the same, the uppercase and the lowercase. This one is kind of the same, but if you look at it really carefully, with the uppercase Y, the bottom part comes straight down. With the lowercase y, it comes down like on a slide at an angle. And of course, the uppercase is taller and the lowercase is smaller. So the first thing we're going to do you remember what we like to do first? We're going to trace it, because remember, that helps our brain learn how to write it. And then when you don't have something to trace, your brain will remember what to do and can do it on its own. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our finger and either in the air, on your table, on your floor, on a piece of paper, just trace it. You don't need anything to write with yet. So we're just going to take our finger and we're going to put it on the Y, and we're going to go down a little bit up to the top, and then we're going to come down the stem. The lowercase y, we're going to go down a little bit, up again, and then down the slide. Okay, that was finger tracing. Now I'm going to use my marker. So I'm going to put it on the top of the Y. I'm going to come down and go back up. So what letter have I made so far? So far I made a V. And I'm going to give it its little stem here at the bottom of it. And that's my uppercase Y. Now I'm going to take it and do the lowercase y. So I'm going to come down the little part, go up over here. Now I've got a little V. But I'm going to slide down to finish off my lowercase y. You know, you don't just have to trace with your finger in the air on the table. You don't have to just trace with your marker. If you have a sandbox, you can trace letters in your sand. If your grown-up says it's okay, you can get some flour, and that's a fun thing to trace in. You can do a baggie of paint that's sealed closed and practice tracing in there. It's also fun to use maybe a Q-tip instead of your finger. Try different ways of tracing so it helps your brain. All of that work makes your brain learn how to do it. Okay, back to our writing. Let's go over here to our top set of lines. We're going to make the uppercase Y. So we're going to start at the top solid line. We're going to slide down to the middle, slide back up to the top solid line, and then we're going to come down here and give it its stem. So basically what you're doing is from the solid line to the dotted line, you're making the letter V, and then you're giving it a stem to hold it up. You ready? Let's try that again. Start at the top and slide down, slide back up, and give it a stem. One more. Start at the solid, go down to the dotted, back up to the solid, give it a stem. Those are uppercase Y's. Now you ready to make some lowercase Y's with me? We'll do that on the bottom set of lines. And this time, most of the time we start at the dotted line. This is one of those, the lowercases usually do. We're going to start at the dotted line and go slide down to the solid line, back up to the dotted line, and we're going to make a V, but we're going to keep going past it. Okay, do that again with me. Start at the dotted, go down to the solid and stop. Back to the dotted and slide all the way down past. Do one more time. Dotted to solid and stop. Dotted and all the way down. Those are our Y's, our uppercase and lowercase Y's. Now I have something different today. Usually I find something and I cut it out and I glue it onto my paper. This time I have something that I did find, but I found it outside. One of these I found a long time ago and I've been holding on to it for today. This is a Y that I found outside. That's a little stick. It fell off of a tree. Isn't that pretty cool? Then recently, I found this way back in the fall when the leaves were falling down, and I held on to it just for today. So I'm going to tape this on here. Let's see if it will tape. It's kind of thick. I don't know if you could tell when you're looking at it, but let me get it on here. And it does look like an uppercase Y, even though it's little. I'm going to need more tape. Let's see here. There we go. He's stuck. Then, just recently, I was out for a walk with my dog Avery, and look at what I found. I found another Y, a big Y, or it's a big Y, but it's my lowercase y, but a big branch Y. So this one, I'm going to put it on here, but it's not going to cover, it's going to be hanging up, but I'm still going to put it on here. I found 2 Y branches. Now, something I noticed after I started looking around, let's go this way. There are, oh, no, we have to go this way. There are a lot of branches out there that are in the shape of Ys. So when you are out on your next walk, I want you guys to look around, see how many branches you can find that might be in the shape of a Y. And even if you find one that's just a straight stick, if you find a few of them, you can make your own Y using branches. So give that a try. Those are my Ys today. Let's flip the page and see what's waiting for us next. Let's see if I can flip it without breaking my branches there. Okay. Next is our number. Do you remember what our number is? It's the number, where did I put my marker? It's the number 17. And just like with our Ys, we're going to practice by tracing first. You ready? Take your finger. I'm going to trace on there, and then I'm going to do it with my marker. Now, usually I like to write my ones straight up and down, but this one's a little fancier. It's got this little angle part at the top, comes down, and then it's got a base down here. My 7, think of it this way. I walk across the bridge, and then I slide down the slide. It's like being at the park. Walk across the bridge, and then slide down the slide. You ready to trace with something to write with? If you've got something, grab it. I'm going to give it this little fancy top part, come straight down, and then across. 7, I walk across the bridge, and then I slide down the slide. Now, when we write it over here, I am not going to do these fancy parts. I like to just make a straight line. So I'm going to start at the top solid line and go down to the bottom solid line. You ready? Straight down, but I always stop. The 1 doesn't go below that. It stays between those 2 lines. The 7 starts at the top again, and the walking across the bridge part, that's going to stay on the solid line. So I walk across the bridge, and then I slide down the slide to the bottom solid line. And there's my 17. And we talked about this before, but I'm going to remind you, when you write numbers that have more than one number and more than one digit, like a 1 and a 7 to make 17, you write them right next door to each other. Because if I wrote 1 over here, and then the 7 over here, if somebody read that, they would think I was writing 1 and the number 7. To make sure that they know it's 17, you have to write them side by side. So let's do it one more time. Straight line from the solid to the solid, go back to the solid, walk across the bridge, and slide down to the bottom. And there's your 17. Now, like I said, we have a saying that says, April showers bring May flowers. I have April showers to show you today. I have 17 raindrops. So let me put some glue on my paper. And I'd like you guys to help me count them just to make sure I didn't make a mistake. Let's see if I have 17 raindrops. You ready? Help me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 raindrops. We see a lot of rain in the month of April, but that's a good thing because April showers bring May flowers. That's right. guess what I forgot to do? I was so excited to show you guys my Y branches. I forgot to show you what I have that starts with the letter Y. I forgot to show you my Y word. I have a piece of yarn. Yarn is something that starts with the letter Y. What else does? What about yawn? Yuck. Yuck is another Y word. Yellow. This is almost yellow. Yellow is another Y word. And we have yellow on there, so I guess I already did have something that started with the letter Y. But I'm going to tape my yarn up here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to weave it. I'm going to bring it around to make it kind of fancy. Let's see. Put it through here. Put it underneath my branch. Then I don't even need to waste a piece of tape. I'll put that over here and save that for another time. I have my yarn and my Ys on this page. On this page, I have my 17 and my 17 raindrops, but I have one more page hiding behind there. I want to do something with you guys. April showers again. We are going to make April showers. What you need for this is a piece of white paper, and it should be white. You also need a white crayon, if you have a white crayon, and you're going to just simply draw in there. Then we're going to get a little paint, a little watercolor paint, that's important, and a little cup of water, and we're going to see if we can make some rain. But guess what, guys? I guess this is kind of mistake day. I just discovered that I forgot something on my 17 page. Do you guys ever have days like that where you just make a lot of mistakes? They happen to all of us, don't they? I guess I got excited about my raindrops too, and I forgot to put on my 17 that I found, my 1 and my 7. So let me put that up there. Whew. Okay, can you guys think of anything else? What else am I forgetting to do? Did I forget anything else? We went over everything on the board. We wrote our Ys. We wrote our 17s. We put our Ys in 7. I think we're good. Okay, so now back to our raindrops. Back to our raindrops. I have a piece of white paper. I have my white crayon, and I'm just going to start making little marks. I'm just going to kind of go like this. I'm not going to put big ones on there. I'm just going to put little bitty marks all over my white paper. So many. You can't put enough. Just keep putting white marks on there. Can you see the white marks I drew? You can't, can you? Because I'm using a white crayon on white paper. So here's where the paint comes in. I've got my cup of water. I've got my watercolors, and that is important to use watercolors. Now look at all the beautiful colors in here. We've got purple, oh, we've got a pink, an orange, a yellow, a green. Oh, that's actually blue, I guess. There's another blue, a purple, a brown. Maybe that's black. We've got all these great colors in here. I'm gonna use blue. I'm not gonna mix my colors up this time. I'm just gonna use blue, and the reason I'm using blue is because these are raindrops, and raindrops fall out of where? They come out of the sky, don't they? And the sky is blue. So I'm gonna get my paintbrush wet, put it in here, get it nice and wet, and I'm going to pick my blue, which is this one, and I'm going to start painting on my paper. You tell me if you see anything coming up when I paint. A little more water, a little more blue paint. Ooh, what's happening? Can you see what's happening on my paper? I might have to bring it closer to you after I get some more on here. Do you remember all those white crayon marks I made? Well, the crayon is made with wax, and the wax isn't letting me put my watercolors on it. It's actually pushing the paint away. So behind my blue sky, I am making raindrops. My raindrops are showing up. You can do this too. You need your white paper, you need your white crayon, and you need some, remember, watercolors. That was the important part. If you try to use another kind of paint, it won't work as well as this does. You won't be able to see the raindrops. Do you see how it just pushes the paint right away? It won't take it. Let's do one more. Let's go over here a little bit. And those are my raindrops hiding there on my paper. Let's see if I can bring this a little closer to you. I think you can see it pretty well, but I'll see if I can bring it a little closer to you so you can see it even better. And then next month when you come back, our April showers will turn into May flowers. Do you see how my raindrops on there? Now, I just made little white lines. If you want to make the shape of a raindrop, you can do that too. You guys have a lot to do today. Go write your Ys, your 17s, make some rain, make a diamond magnifier, make a diamond out of a pipe cleaner, make a diamond out of sticks, maybe like we made our Ys. You guys have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.